Today, we're replacing the display and frame on a completely shattered OnePlus 9R. As you can see, the back glass is absolutely shattered into a web of tiny shards. The display is completely obliterated. In fact, it is so badly damaged that it is barely holding onto the phone. Let's see. Yep, it is completely detached from the frame, and the display ribbon cable has snapped clean through. Since this screen is completely dead and useless, we can just cast it aside and dispose of it right away. Before we go any further, make sure you are wearing gloves. Dealing with this much loose glass is a safety hazard. Let's get to work on removing what is left of that shattered back panel. This metal pry tool is really useful in situations like these. I am going to apply a generous amount of isopropyl alcohol around the edges to soften up the factory adhesive. Once the alcohol has done its job, I'll take the pry tool to carefully work my way under the glass. By the way, if you are looking to tackle a repair like this yourself, you can find links to all the tools, the alcohol, and the replacement parts I use in the video description below. I'll apply a few drops here. With the help of the isopropyl alcohol, the back panel releases and comes off. Since this glass is completely ruined, it goes straight into the trash. Before we touch the internal components, we need to take a quick time out to clean up. I'll brush all these loose glass shards off the ESD mat so they don't scratch up our new parts or puncture anything while we work. Now that the workspace is clear, we can start removing the screws from the back of the phone. I will start with the top section covering the motherboard. But before I touch any other cables or components, rule number 1. Always unplug the battery first to cut the power and prevent any accidental short circuits. I'll remove the extra glue holding down this panel. Everything looks visually intact underneath, which is a great sign. This part right here, we're going to need it for the new replacement. With the battery safely disconnected, we can move down to the bottom panel, remove those screws, and keep stripping this phone down. The bottom panel has some extra glue on it, so I'll clean it off with glue remover. Next, I'll start disconnecting the ribbon cables. This one connects the motherboard to the daughter board. I'll set it aside. There are 2 smaller connectors right here. And to the right, there are 2 coaxial cable connectors. Let's unplug all of them. There's 1 screw holding this board, so let's unscrew it. Make sure your SIM tray is removed before proceeding any further. Now we can lift and remove the daughter board. I'll give it a quick clean with this air blower tool and set it aside for now. We need to unscrew this to disassemble the charging port and its flex cable. Unplug the motherboard side connector, gently pull the bottom port area, and it'll come right off. I'll set it aside. Now, this is the display with the frame. It's available to buy just like this. I'm going to transfer everything from the old frame into this new one. Here's the broken off connector from the damaged display. I'll unplug and remove it. Let's clean the connector a bit. But before doing that, I want to make sure this thing actually turns on, given the massive damage it took. For this, I am using a display without a frame just for convenience. I'll just plug it right here into the display ribbon connector, connect the battery, and try to power it on. Luckily, it is turning on. Actually, you don't need all the components connected just for this bench test. And it seems to be working fine. Let's proceed with the component transfer. I'm taking a quick photo for reference. This comes in handy if I forget which part goes where during reassembly. First, I'll start disassembling the top motherboard section. First step, unplug the battery. There are 2 screws holding the motherboard down. One of them is right under the camera setup. There are 3 coaxial cables that need to be unplugged. This is the extension display ribbon running under the battery. I'll unplug it. With that, the motherboard is detached from everything. Slowly raise it from the bottom. The motherboard area seems intact. The crack is just below it. Next, I'll take the battery out. Make sure to use the pull tabs for this. I'll take this film out as well. Next, I'll carefully remove the extension display ribbon. You may have to apply a bit of isopropyl alcohol here. Then, there are 2 coaxial cables running alongside the right margin of the frame. Just pull them out. Then, there's another one along the left margin. Unplug it and remove it. There is a small circuit it's connected to, so next, I'll pull that out. Looks like it's being held down by glue. Next up is the vibration motor at the bottom center. This one is tightly glued. I'll pry it out from the bottom. Next, the earpiece speaker. Apply some isopropyl around it and pry it out from the base. This is a dust mesh, so I'll clean it thoroughly. Alright, the next part is the reassembly. I'll start with the smaller components. You can use some extra glue if the existing adhesive isn't strong enough. In goes the earpiece. And the vibration motor. Make sure it's glued down well. Next, I'll install the motherboard. But first, I'll apply some thermal paste onto this vapor chamber, which is designed to absorb excess heat from the motherboard. Apply a sufficient amount to the middle. The pressure will spread it out evenly. Let me clean the front camera area first. Alright, all good. I'll fast forward this part because you are already familiar with the steps by now. Left coaxial cable, camera setup, display extension, and make sure to plug the display ribbon into the extension ribbon right here. Right coaxial cables. Next up, the battery. With this many things in place, we can finally turn this on and test the new screen. Make sure there are no loose connections and turn it on. Great. This is a customer's phone, so it is locked. But even from this interface, we can check for the basic functionality of the new screen. Check the touch responsiveness and the brightness. It's working fine. Power off. Next, I'll start putting the rest of the components back together. Top panel. Make sure every single screw is back in its proper place. Daughter board and the cables connecting to it. Screw it down as well. If you are planning to go for a different color frame, don't forget to buy the SIM tray, because it is not included with the frame in most cases. The customer wanted this done as quickly as possible with the parts I had on hand, so please don't mind the mismatching colors in my case. I actually only had this specific color back panel at the moment, so I am closing up the phone with this one. But don't worry, I'll put the links in the description below for you to choose from every color available. Thank you for watching.